Are we ready? Camera ready, rolling. Shape, you can start now.
How do you feel when a splash of hot cooking oil touch your hands during frying? Yeah, it is very painful. And of course, burns are very painful. And the people who suffer from the burns not only go through the worst experience of this pain physically, but also suffer psychologically. And the people who suffer from the burns, they lose the hope of living in this beautiful world. According to World Health Organization, 265,000 people suffer from burns annually, and these mostly belongs to the Southeast Asian countries. About 1 million of people in India annually suffer from burns, and about 17% of the people suffer from different countries like Pakistan, Afghanistan, like Nepal from these injuries. And 17% people suffer with the disabilities producing by these burns. But burns are treatable, and the skin graft or grafting is one of the techniques for the people who suffer from burns. But do you know what is recrystallization? Recrystallization is defined as gaining of new shape of crystals during the freezing of a tissue. And this is a big dilemma of the time. We used a novel peptide originated from Antarctic yeast antifreeze proteins for cryopreservation of skin. And this peptide having a quality that it cryopreserved the skin, and the crystal gain the very good shape. They convert into the smaller crystals, and they do not harm the tissue during the cryopreservation. Hopes are still high. In my research, we cryopreserve the skin graft by using Antarctic yeast antifreeze peptides at two very low temperatures like -10 and -20 for 96 hours of time. And we tested the tissue by a series of experiments. We started from the cells and go through the tissue and found at the last that the results are very hopeful. And I am very hopeful. By my research, we not only cryopreserve the skin graft, but also the vital organs like heart and kidneys in the future. Thank you very much.
Just right, 3 minutes. Recording is on, you may start now.
How you feel when a hot cooking oil touch your hands during frying? Yeah, it's very painful. And of course, burns are very painful. And the people who suffer from the burns not only gone through the worst experience of painfulness physically, but also psychologically. And the people who suffer from the burns, they lose the hope of living in this beautiful world. According to the World Health Organization, 265,000 of people suffer annually from burns. And these people belong to the poor countries, and especially from the Southeast Asia. About 1 million of people suffer annually in India. About 17% of people suffer from disabilities originating from burns in the countries like Egypt, Pakistan, Afghanistan and Nepal, where the burns are the second most physical injury causing disabilities. But still hopes are high. Burns are treatable. In my research, we used antifreeze proteins to cryopreserve the skin, because skin grafting is one of the methods to treat the burns. The antifreeze antifreeze proteins are present in the animals who live in the Antarctic regions, and they survive because of these antifreeze proteins in their bodies during the harsh cold weather. So we use this peptide to cryopreserve the skin graft. We cryopreserve the skin graft by using this antifreeze peptide by using two very low temperature at -10 degrees centigrade and -20 degrees centigrade. And to verify our research, we go through the series of experiments. We started from the cells and then tested the tissue, and we found that results are very good. And we are very hopeful that in future my research will be a hope for the people who suffer from these severe burns. And not only we will treat the burns by skin grafting, but also we will cryopreserve the vital organs using this technique, like heart and kidney. Thank you very much.
Great. Exactly 3 minutes.